Switzerland is renowned for its neutral stance in international conflicts. This policy of neutrality has been a defining feature of the country's foreign policy for centuries. But how did Switzerland become a neutral country, and how does it maintain this status today? Switzerland's neutrality can be traced back to the Treaty of Westphalia in 1648, which ended the 30 Years' War in Europe. The treaty established the concept of state sovereignty and the principle of non-interference in the internal affairs of other states. Switzerland, which was then a confederation of independent states, was not a signatory to the treaty but adopted its principles of neutrality in order to avoid being dragged into future conflicts. The country's neutrality was further reinforced in the aftermath of the Napoleonic Wars, which saw the country become a haven for political exiles and a center for diplomacy. It declared its permanent neutrality in 1815 at the Congress of Vienna, which redrew the map of Europe after the defeat of Napoleon. The declaration was recognized by the major powers of Europe, and Switzerland was guaranteed its independence and neutrality in perpetuity. Since then, Switzerland has maintained its neutrality in international conflicts, including both world wars. During World War II, Switzerland remained neutral despite being surrounded by Axis powers and allied countries. The country maintained a policy of armed neutrality, which involved maintaining a standing army but not engaging in military action unless directly attacked. Switzerland also played a role in mediating diplomatic disputes between warring parties, including facilitating communication between the United States and Germany. Today, Switzerland's neutrality is maintained through a combination of diplomatic efforts, international treaties, and military preparedness. The country is a member of several international organizations, including the United Nations, but has not joined military alliances such as NATO. Switzerland also maintains a policy of armed neutrality, with a strong emphasis on territorial defense and the ability to mobilize quickly in the event of an attack. The Swiss armed forces are responsible for maintaining the country's neutrality, as well as providing humanitarian assistance and peacekeeping support. Switzerland's neutrality has been a subject of debate and criticism over the years, with some arguing that it is outdated and unrealistic in the modern world. However, the country's leaders argue that neutrality is an important part of Swiss identity and contributes to the country's stability and prosperity. Switzerland's role as a mediator in international disputes has also been recognized, with the country hosting the headquarters of several international organizations, including the International Committee of the Red Cross and the World Trade Organization. In conclusion, Switzerland's policy of neutrality has been a defining feature of the country's foreign policy for centuries. The origins of this policy can be traced back to the Treaty of Westphalia and were reinforced by the Congress of Vienna in 1815. Switzerland's neutrality has been maintained through diplomatic efforts, international treaties, and military preparedness. While the policy has been subject to criticism, it remains an important part of Swiss identity and contributes to the country's stability and prosperity. Thanks for watching.